Have you ever watched a horror film and thought,
I could survive that situation. I wouldn't have made that dumb decision. I have survival plans that I would like to post publicly for other people to see.
that's where this show comes in. I'm Ian David Mayo, and this is Pros vs. Goners.
Post your survival plans in the comment section below for a chance for it to be featured in next week's episode. And now, for a quick recap on last week's scenario. A virus has broken out into the world, turning almost all of the population into full sprinting hungry zombies. As one of the few that is immune, with no more food or water in your apartment stocked up to survive off of, you must go scavenge for food. How do you plan to survive knowing there are speedy zombies lurking beyond your door? Roberto Rodriguez said, I would get my bike and throw it out of the balcony to the first floor. I would then get a helmet, baseball bat, backpack, and pocket knife. I would run downstairs and get my bike, then go to the nearest Walmart or sporting goods store. There I would get some food and water, but also a rifle, ammo, and mountain bike, plus various other camping essentials. I would ride off to the forest and live off the wilderness as much as possible, switching between locations, resupplying in different cities and running away. This is a pretty good plan. What's risky is dropping your bike out of the window and traversing down your apartment building. The bike could be damaged from the drop and you could be damaged going through the apartment building. With how essential your bike is in your plan, I'd say you're a goner unless you can get to the sporting goods store to get another bike. The Terry Mayo said, being a gun-loving nut, I would most likely have some type of weapons stash. Handguns, knives, automatic rifles, sawed-off shotgun, and my cold steel samurai sword. With a full tactical vest to hold all my extra magazines. Maybe even a DevTac tactical mask to protect my face from bullets and teeth. I would have seen all this coming and have a Mad Max 4x4. I would fight my way out of the apartment to the garage, gas up my baby and head out for a supply run. Hitting supermarkets and mom and pop local markets on my way out of town. Grabbing the few scraps here and there should be enough for one man. Using the 4x4 to stay off main roads as much as possible and cutting across fence lines to avoid any humans. I head into the mountains and find an abandoned home or cabin so far out there are almost no people there to become zombies. Live isolated until I die or someone finds me. I'd say this is a great plan. If you're already the survival prep type, then you'll probably be fine if you have all this gear, hopefully implying you have all the experience to use what you've got. If you can live isolated and away from the main roads and cities, then your contact with the infected would indeed be minimal. You're a survival pro. Mako Junkie said, the most important goal is to escape urban areas by packing lightly to move at a good pace with at least one dependable close combat weapon like a hand axe, one ranged weapon like a Glock or rifle, and a backpack to store essentials. I'm not sure why bicycles aren't implemented more in post-apocalyptic scenarios. They're quiet, fast, and dependable. I'd snag one and outpace the zombies until I reach a rural area to set up, preferably next to a body of water I can use to travel and get away from land by stealing or making a boat. Rural areas will have less concentrated numbers of zombies, and I'll have plenty of options for escape or confrontation. I avoid human contact and live as a zombie-killing hermit in the wilderness for the rest of my natural life. The bicycle is a great idea, and keeping to yourself is also a great idea. The only thing about bicycles is that you can get tired depending on your endurance. I'd imagine unless you ride around often and have trained your endurance up, then you'd be taking more risks because of all the breaks you would have to take. I'd say you're a survival pro for the most part, but it depends on your main transportation because these infected are fast and can chase down a tired cyclist. For this week's scenario, we're looking at the movie Silence of the Lambs, released in 1991, a classic thriller horror film with two of the most strange serial killers in fiction. The scenario goes like this. You wake up at the bottom of a deep circular pit. The last thing you can remember is helping a stranger lift a chair into the back of their van. A man with long hair and a white fluffy dog sits at the top of the pit, lowering a bucket with some lotion in it. What is your plan for escape and survival?